Nobody was there to even listen. Kept all my problems and kept my feelings hidden. And I put the blame on me.
What's up, M4 gang? It's your boy Marcus, back in again with another video. And this video is going to be called The Honest Truth. The Honest Truth. Are you wondering? What is the honest truth? Truth about what? This is going to be a video about the honest truth about life. I'm going to give some personal experiences, maybe a little story time in between, and then just, like probably a good clip at the end that everybody should hear. That was by Kevin Gates, because he spit some facts. And especially with this generation, I know that's how a lot of people feel. So first, I'm going to give off a little personal time experience, just some personal things. So, in college, sophomore year, soon to be junior, I turned 20 in October 31st, Halloween, ooh. And, honestly, life has been good, usually, like, people I talk to, like, my bro, or, like, my sisters, or, like, best friends, or whoever, I talk to, I usually tell them I'm good. And sometimes when you're talking about things, you tend to say, oh, I'm good, put this snake smile on, this is my fake smile, and you really not good. You really not good. And there's a topic that is really, really, really needs to be shared. Feeling alone. A lot of people admit it, some people don't admit it, some people, say they're depressed because of it, some people say they're happy with being alone, and honestly, alone, there's nothing wrong with being alone. I feel like for me, been single for 3 or 4 years now. I've lost many friends, especially leaving high school, because when you leave high school, it's more of like, you're always never gonna have as many of the friends that you had at the beginning of high school when you leave and graduate and go on to college or whatever career-based thing you think is right for you. And I already knew that, but it's a difference when you know it and when it actually happens. And you just like, wow, like, this really just happened to me. Like, I really just went through this. So yeah. So with that being said, life is good. For me, I can say, I know how to say people like, say life is good, do that fake smile, but it's really not good. And I just feel like my life is good. Like, college is good, get to be a junior soon. I've been making, new friends here and there. If you see my YouTube, I've had like 1 or 2 new people on there, that I consider my friends. And life's been good. I can't really complain too much. However, I do get the feeling alone. I have, felt like I've been depressed, about being alone, like, in the past, and even now sometimes, but I'm more be able to manage it. And when I mean manage it, I'm not saying like it's something that I have to just keep on holding and don't release. But what I'm saying is I've been able to manage it where it like doesn't affect me as much as it used to at the beginning. Because, when you have this base of friends that these group base of friends that you just really consider family, especially for me. I have friends that I consider just friends only, but when I consider you family, you ever heard of the quote, like, with friends, you can choose them as your family. That's how I rolled. Like, when I first met people, of course I tried to get to know them, see what it was about. But if I ever considered you family, and it took a lot for me to do that, because with my own blood family, it'd be some hardships. But when I consider you family, whether you blood related or not, I'm rocking with you, I'm there for you, and I know you're there for me. And depending on how close our bond is, we might talk every day, every week, we might talk every few months, it just depends. We may not talk at all until we see each other at family events. But I just feel like, I'm just really big on family. Like, I feel like, whether you blood related or not, family can mess you up. They can say one thing and not mean it. And I'm not saying that people gotta be perfect and that people don't make mistakes, including me, because I've made so many mistakes in my life, and I know I'm still gonna make some. But it's a difference between knowing about making mistakes and just being human, than just doing it, knowing you're doing it, and doing it for stupid reasons, and thinking that you can play somebody behind it. That was a lot. Let me emphasize on that. You just difference between just like being human and making mistakes and slip ups and bad and good times to just doing something that you know you're doing that you know is wrong and you're doing it for stupid reasons because you think I'm not gonna find out, you think I'm not gonna know about it, and you think if I know about it, then I'm gonna cut you off some slack because we're so close, we're so tight, I consider you family. Learned that the hard way. So I'm not giving off any names, I'm not giving off anything to bash anyone, I'm not doing that. But I will say that I've had people that's close to me, and no matter how the situation was, it was always something so stupid, something that could have got resolved. And for a long time, I used to be like, it's my fault, it's my fault. Then I would be angry. Sometimes I'd be like, no, it's their fault, forget them. But then I had to realize, no matter who it was, who did what, how it happened, if it's real, it's gonna come back, or it's just gonna plain out just stay with you. They ain't gonna leave you. They ain't gonna give up on you. No matter what was heard, what was said, what was done, they're going to be there for you no matter what, period, point, blank, exclamation point. They're going to be there for you. That's real family. Blood related or not, family is going to stick with you through the thick and thin. Family is going to stick with you even when they know you wrong, and they're going to try to help you or try to teach you their own ways of, look, Marcus, that was wrong, man. You know it. Or Marcus, you were right, and they might think you wrong, but just look at me. I love you. I'm here for you, and that's all that matters. And you know, I had to realize that. You know, after high school, I was bullied. You know, I was bullied from like elementary school to like 9th grade of high school because, you know, back in the day, like my voice wasn't. It's not like a little bit of Mickey Mouse, and then, you know, people thought I looked feminine. People thought that I looked timid, you know, shy because I was shy. That, and I like to read Twilight books. That, oh, we can just pow, pow, pick on you, and da-da-da-da. I remember this one time, this little boy snatched my hat off my head, and I just got fed up. I was like, you know what? No, ma'am, no, sir. I jumped over that seat, beat him up. Mom came to the school, and she was looking at the video, and it was like, your son did this, and she looking at me, and I'm thinking she finna be like, you did that? And she asked me that, she was like, you did that? I was like, yeah. And she was like, I'm proud of you. She said it flat out just like that, and I ain't gonna never forget it. This had to be like 2nd, 3rd grade. I don't know why. I'm always the one in the family to remember stuff that happened in the past, and they be like, when was that? Cause my memory, like, I'm not saying I don't have the best memory, but I'm able to remember stuff like that because it's really memorable to me. Like, it really meant something to me. That's why I remember it. And she said, I'm proud of you. That was the first time, I know that of course was the first time my mama, you know, like instilled some truth and instilled some respect in me, but that was the real first time that I can remember that my mother, someone that I consider my best friend, even though that's my mama, she birthed me, she brought me to this world, but that's like my best friend because like, we like the same person. Of course you the same because she had you, but you can be, your mom can have you, you can be just like your daddy or whatever, you know, and that's like your mama. She's literally like, if that was not my mama, I feel like if I seen her, we would connect. Don't let us be the same age. What? What? But like I said, yeah, that was the first time that I remember where I just really felt her give me this strength that I could do whatever I had to do to be myself. That I had so much love instilled in me that even if I wasn't no fighter, that I can stand up and beat you up or try to stand up for myself if you really stepping on my neck like that. Because nobody's supposed to step on your neck like that. Nobody's supposed to disrespect you like that. And I'm not saying I'm a hard blank and I'm just like, oh yeah, you try me, I'm gonna beat you up. Like I just said, I'm sure you're gonna be like, oh, he said he beat him up like he just bad. No, I meant that just to emphasize that, you know, be yourself. Don't start no drama for no reason with nobody just because you think you don't have a couple moments where you don't tore somebody up and you just think you all that. But it's just to say, be yourself. And if someone try you being yourself, especially put their hands on you, touch something that's not theirs, you need to handle your business. Now, violence is always the answer. Sometimes you just need to stand up to them and then maybe like tell somebody, like talk it out or whatever. But sometimes it comes to a point where like you might get in trouble for it, but you better, don't even do this. But just, you see these hands? You better get Mike and Michael or Michelle and Minnie, and you better get to fighting, because at the end of the day, you know, you gotta do what's right for you, and you can't let nobody disrespect you, if that family. Now, there's a bit of a double standard for that, because when family, like especially like a mom and dad respect them, but y'all gonna have times where y'all gonna go at it. But no matter who it is, if they disrespecting and you haven't did anything, now some people be like, I didn't do nothing, but they actually did. Boy, you feel in your heart and your mind and your spirit, you just feel like you know you didn't do nothing. Stand up for yourself. So yeah, then one mama told me that, I was like, wow. Cause I thought I was gonna get a whooping. Cause even though he did it me first, I didn't know there was a camera. I thought it was just gonna be my word against his, and I thought I was gonna get in trouble, get a whooping or something. But she was like, I'm proud of you. And then we got home, I remember she had a long discussion with me. She was like, Marcus, I'm proud of you. She was like, I know you probably thought, that was wrong. Cause, I know you been getting teased and picked on, and you never really did anything about it. But violence is the answer, but at the same time, standing up for yourself is the answer. Even if that takes a little hands-on, letting somebody know what's up. And I was just like, dang, mom, like, okay. Even though I was like second, third grade, I was like, wow, I really understood her. And then moving on, I still got bullied. And a lot of times I didn't stand up for myself. I just stood my book back in my head, especially on Twilight books, man. What? If everybody read Twilight before I had all them big books, I was just like, y'all doing stuff to me. Now, if y'all was fighting me, I probably would try to fight back. But like, after that, I'd just be like, this happened, teacher, this happened, I'll get in trouble. And I would be in detention or I could be at home. I'd just be like this, read my Twilight books. Everybody that watching this or everybody that knows me, if y'all knew me back then, I read Twilight books up to like almost high school because I finished them. And I still would reread them. But besides that, yeah. But eventually when, ninth grade came, I stopped getting bullied. I had switched schools. When I was in 8th grade, I went to Luella. If anybody knows where Luella is at, it's McDonough, Henry County. And when I went to Luella, I ended up moving because I was still kind of getting bullied, but not as much. But it was like my mama wanted me to have a change. She wanted me to like have a new life because I really came home almost every other day and I was like, I hate this school. Like I've been here since kindergarten and it's crazy how I've been in the same school since kindergarten. Why would I want to finish my last 3 or 4 years out to graduate? But I really hated it that much. Like I felt like I was really depressed. I felt like I just wanted to stick my head in books. And you know what was funny? I would get in trouble for reading a book. Now you probably be like, huh? Like I know like reading a book, get in trouble for reading a book, but it was because I would read during class. It would be my coping mechanism. Like it would be like, I gotta read a book, I gotta read a book. Somebody teased on me, somebody tried to put it in, I just like, I gotta read a book, I gotta read a book. And if I didn't have my book, I would just really go like that, depressed. And growing up, I had a lot of anxiety. Like I was scared to get in front of a crowd. I was scared to do a lot of things. Like when I did, I remember I was in choir. Like this was middle school, like maybe like 6th, 7th grade, and we had to do like performances and stuff. And I remember this time I tried out for a solo and I didn't get it because I really could have got it, but I was just really anxious and I let myself down and I felt like I couldn't do it. So like yeah. And then we used to perform as a group. I would still get so anxious. Like I would just mouth the words. I would know the words, but I just would mouth it because I was so nervous. And I would like I don't know. I just couldn't do it. Like I would just give up and I would just shut down and be like, okay, where's the book at? So fast forward into like 9th grade high school, I moved to a school called Hampton High School. It was a new school actually. The first year I got there, that's the first year they opened. Like we was the first freshmen in there, and a lot of people was like, "Why y'all the first freshmen there? Y'all experienced the school. Like y'all was there from the beginning when the school opened." And I ain't gonna lie, 9th grade was lit. At first, I didn't feel like I could make no friends. I was lonely. But I met some people, and yeah, we got a little trouble towards the end of the year, but that's another story. And we had these two people that one was the principal, one was the assistant principal, but they was kind of like they was together, but it was cute, but it was like they were really and like had a lot of enthusiasm. How you say that word? They was very hype. I'm gonna say that they was very hype, and they made everything just feel great. I remember we used to have hour break lunches. An hour. Some people at work don't even get an hour. I was like, an hour? Man, it was lit in that cafeteria. I had friends at that time, so I was like, yeah. It felt different. I was still kind of anxious and kind of shy a lot, but like with them friends, once you get to know me, I open up my shell. It ain't nothing but fun. It ain't nothing but, Marcus, you crazy. Marcus, you stupid. Like, it's nothing but fun with me. So with that being said, like, it was good, and then in 10th grade year, I don't remember 10th grade as much, but I think that was straight too. I still had the same group of friends. I was making more friends, but they were still going to the same group. And then towards the end of 10th grade, hitting a little bit of 11th grade, that's when we got a new principal. He was okay. At first, it was like, who is this man? Because he was making so many rules and regulations, went down to 15, maybe 20-minute lunches, but he was straight. You know, sometimes principals gotta do what they gotta do. Cause we was getting a little too hyped, but it was good. It was good times. But yeah, I still had those same group of friends. Now I know what I'm about to say. They're gonna be like, what? I had like a girlfriend, yes. 1 or 2 girlfriends in my high school years, yes. Cause I used to do taekwondo and I got my black belt in it. But before that, I used to date this girl, and then after that, I had dated that was my last girlfriend. We dated for almost like a year, and like yeah, so yeah, and this is before like I always knew I was gay, but I was scared to come out. So you can say I really my coming out story. I really don't have a coming out story. When I did my coming out video in here, it was more of a people already knew. I already knew what I was. I didn't really have to out myself to nobody. It just flowed. So with that being said, yeah. So with that being said, I had I ended up having 2 girlfriends. That was great. It didn't work out, of course, but all that stuff. Sometimes I think about if I would have kept them girlfriends, would I ever have just realized? Well, I already knew I realized gay, but like, would I have like just been like, okay, people are gonna be, I'm gonna do a judgment, be a fact, and all that stuff. But even though I wasn't getting bullied no more and all that stuff, and I was staying up for myself and I was being more me, I still had this shyness, anxious about myself. I was like, people are not gonna like it. But the girlfriends that I had, we ended up breaking up, but they ended up understanding like why. They wasn't mad or angry at me. Hell, sometimes I still talk to them from time to time. Like they understood that, and then they were being yourself. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like people that really truly love and care about you, they're gonna want you to be yourself no matter what, and they're still gonna be there for you, even if y'all not as close. So with that being said, yeah, in the 10th grade, 11th year, still had a certain group of friends, but we was in a bigger friendship. Like we had like maybe like 10, if not more people like in that friendship group. We were all tight, we were all close. We hung out everywhere, especially in my house. I would plan these. They would call me the planner. They'd be like, Marcus, you the planner. And at first, I loved it. I loved bringing people together. I still do. I loved, like, if I ever have another group of friends, or like the friends that I have or I'll be around, I love planning stuff, movie night. It's let's just get that and eat. Let's cook. Let's do this stuff. I remember one time my dad he had made a patio like outside, and I had friends. I remember we went grocery shopping, spent almost like 100 something on grocery shopping. Like I don't know what I was thinking. I mean some people did bring us stuff. I remember I spent like almost my whole child working at Publix, aka I was working at Publix for 4 years. Where shopping is a pleasure. That was shade, sorry. But yeah, and I spent my whole shit. I remember I went to Publix and bought this stuff, and it was like, dang. And then we had fun though. I remember so corny. I wrote everybody in that group a note about how much I was thankful for them. And the thing is, even though we're all not friends like that no more, I was thankful for. I don't know how I would have turned out back in high school if I didn't have those group of friends through all my years. Like, we was all friends through most of them all 3 or 4 years of high school together. Like, we all came in that school at the same time. We kind of almost left together at the same time. When I left high school and graduated, I was still friends with like 3 or 4 of them out of those 10, and they all ended up failing, unfortunately. But yeah, when I tell you, they loved when I did it. They were so appreciative, and I was like, wow, like they were the first group of friends to accept me. Like, of course, like my best friend, right? Like, and I stuff like that's since kindergarten. Like, she always had me, but it's like those are the like group of friends, like mixed boys and girls that actually accepted me for who I was, didn't care. From when I was dating girls to when I really told everybody I was gay, to like just me being myself, to just having fun, acting crazy, acting shy, having bad times, good times. It was. They had my back, and it's hate to see, but like, dang, Marcus, but now they all gone. Whether whose fault was it doesn't matter. But it's like they really accepted me, and I don't mean accepted me. I mean they accepted me truly, spiritually, intellectually, mindfully. They really accepted me, and when you get that acceptance, first of all, take acceptance in yourself. That's what I learned after I started being friends with them. I was like, even though they all accept, I felt really depressed and upset. I was like, oh my gosh, I lost all my friends. I was like, now I'm finna go to college. I ain't got nobody. Even though college is a bigger campus, like I ain't got nobody. But then, like, I was like, I had to realize that. And when I lost all those people, including people that didn't go to that school that was really close to me and tight to me, even though I lost them as well, it was like I had to realize that even with all those big losses and those big L's, that I had to just stand up and keep being up front and being me, like I said in my intro all the time. But yeah, they really accepted me. if I could go back in time and change anything, would I? Sometimes I would say yes, but nah. If it was the opportunity ahead of me, I'd be like, I would just want to look back at those times, but I wouldn't really change anything because it's like at the end of the day, you change anything, it can make a difference, but it could change something else that you didn't know that and make it worse. So I feel like it's all about growth. Everything happens for a reason, no matter whose fault it was or what happened or how it happened. So with that being said, yeah, high school. I didn't like high school at all, but they kept me together. They did, and they end up, after all those heartbreaks and all those people that left over, my friends or considered family, they taught me self growth and they taught me, being upfront and being you. So yeah, now college. For all my college folks, first of all, this is Savannah State University, is the University by the Sea, HBCU. HBCU, right? And I never thought about going to college. If I would have thought about it, I don't know if I would have been here or if I would have been at HBCU or if I would have been somewhere else. But I'm thankful for the opportunity of going here, trying to get my career, trying to make some real money when I graduate here. But I never really thought about college. When I got to college, I was really anxious. Because it was like, this is a big camp. Like, this college, college isn't just one building. It's a whole entire campus, different buildings, different things, different events, different type of stuff. So when I first got there, I was like really anxious. I lived in a dorm, so I had a roommate. That jump went wild because I ended up having 2 or 3 different roommates that first year. What? I know you like, what? Oh, what the world happened? Not gonna go there, but it was terrible. One was messy. One was cool, but it was... And the other one, I don't even remember. It was just a hot mess. And I wasn't even trying to make no problems. But when you live with somebody, it's a whole different story. Especially you got to share bathrooms, it's a whole different story. No ma'am, no sir. So with that being said, I ended up making 2 friends. They were 2 females. And at the time, I still had those 2 to 3 or 4 friends that was from high school. But they were starting to get blanker and blanker. And they started to end and they started to fail. And I was like, wow. So I didn't really have nobody but one female friend that I consider my best friend, not my best friend's sister Mariah. She's like my wifey, she's my best friend's sister Audra. She's like she was my kindergarten forever. That's my forever right there. Even though if we have it, she was like, that's my forever. No matter what, it's like a magnet to a refrigerator. That's just gonna keep sticking. It ain't gonna let go. So, yeah. So I only had at the time when I'm friendships, and I only had one girl best friend besides her, and she lived in my hometown because Mariah, she didn't live in the same state as me, but she moved after elementary school or whatever. But we still stayed close. But the other best friend that I had, that was my only other girl best friend or whatever, best friend in general, was we were still tight, talking on the phone every day, all this stuff, blah blah blah. So then these 2 female friends I met, they was dope. At first I was like, oh my god, this one girl talked too much. And now it was the other girl, she seemed really cool, but it was the other girl, she too clingy and stuff. But we grew. When I tell you every day I was in their room and they was in my room every day. Marcus, what are you doing? Calf, you. Movies, you name it. Even one of the people there in the dorms that was over everything, making sure it was good, helping us, became one of the closest friends. And I don't mean close friends because they was trying to be there for us because they was the person trying to be over those rooms and stuff. But we ended up becoming friends because they was around the same age as us. It was one of the people that I'm not gonna say the professional name of it because I'm not trying to give information about school, stuff like that. Something may be kept unsaid. But he was one of those people that was in the building with the dorms, room checks, stuff like that, make sure everything's in order if you need help with something, with the dorm and stuff like that. Like a mentor almost, in a way. So he really became close to our friend because he was our age. Because freshman year, that was last year, I was 18 turning 19 and he was 19, 20, if I'm not mistaken, don't know. So we all started meeting new people. So we met 2 or 3 other people, and we all just started to be cool. But mainly it was just the girl and the boy, and then sometimes another person. But it was mainly just us 3, or us 4, and it was great. We went out together, we did stuff together. It was amazing. But this is where I started feeling depressed again, back in the bullying days of high school a little bit. We fell out. All of us, we fell out. And I'm not gonna say why because it doesn't matter what, when, why, how it happened or what and all that stuff. But we all fell out. It was very toxic for all of us. And we're all nowadays doing our own things. Do we speak? No. Do we have any problem with each other? No, not necessarily. But we're all living our lives. Cause you came to college for one reason, to get your career. You didn't come to college to BS or come to college to, just party and hang out with friends. That's just like a privilege. That's just like something that's in favor of what you might like to do if you get into that. You came to college to get your career and get your money because you paying all this money for it. Your parents paying all this money for it. So with that being said, yeah. So after that, basically, we all fell out and all that stuff. And then, I didn't really have nobody to talk to. I mean, I had like one or two people the ones that was in the videos, they was in my life at that time. I was getting to know them around that time and all that stuff. And, but I really felt lonely. I would leave my room so many times. At the time, I didn't work because I work now. I work at Kohl's. Retail is different. Being a whole other video. But, yeah, I ended up, feeling so depressed, so lonely. I was just in my room all the time. Didn't really talk to nobody. I even was trying to get back friends with them. I was like, can we please? I was like, or not even can we please? I was just like, what is it? It's da-da-da. It was just a whole mess. Just left it alone. But I was trying because it reminded me of high school. It reminded me of all the other people that I really consider a group of friends. And I feel like that taught me that there's nothing wrong with having those type of friends when you hang out all the time. So, but sometimes you need a break. Sometimes you need to put balance into it. Some days I can hang out all the time, but sometimes I don't. Just like the 2 or 3 friends that I have nowadays right now, we don't hang out every day. We don't hang out all the time. They're like more partiers than I am. I don't really like parties. I've tried the party experience. It's not for me. Even now, if you go with good people, even then, I've tried to go, but I just didn't like it because a bunch of people in one area. No. But we hang out. We do this stuff together. We spend each other's birthdays together. It's like, it's cool. It's straight. There's sometimes where I feel like, wow, like 1 minute we friends, 1 minute not. But yeah, I've learned that no matter if you consider them a real friend and you really trust them and y'all haven't talked with us a week or months and y'all end up coming back and hanging out, y'all gonna hang out like it was no time passed. Trust me. So yeah. So with that being said, high school and it was good, but it was a learning experience, of course. College is still a learning experience. That's where I'm at now in my life, and I'm working. Compared to freshman year with all that, to feel like high school all over again. To now, I got 2 or 3 friends that I'm cool with, I'm good with, I consider them real friends. I do be feeling lonely sometimes, and I do be feeling like, been single for 3 or 4 years, and I just don't really have friends like that. And I sometimes will even tell people, I'm good, I'm not. A lot of times, just be honest. I'll just, even if it's spurs, if it's 1 minute I feel depressed, 1 minute I feel happy, 1 minute, I feel like that's okay, be yourself. And honestly, life is good right now. Like, I'm just going through the motions, I'm just going through life. I'm going through this thing called life. Everybody is. And you just have to realize that some people are going to go through it telling lies, some people are going to go through it telling the truth, some people are going to do a little bit of both. It just all depends on what you get, and all depends on getting to know that person. So yeah, that's the honest truth, honestly. That's what I mean by the honest truth. Like, I was basically talking about my personal life. But I did also say that I was going to, what did I say? Told y'all told me when I was talking about that memory, what my mama said and all that stuff, that fight, that boy took my hat off or whatever happened. I told y'all I have, like, that's different, that's memorable things, but I mean I have good memory. Okay, I said personal moments, and then I said, oh yeah, so it's this clip. Now if I skipped over something, you could say something about it, but it must not have been that important because I ain't bringing it up. So with that being said, this clip that I'm about to show y'all that's going to end this video is something Kevin Gates said. I think he posted it or something. I found it, like just searching through Explorer, like he posted it. And he spoke facts, okay? He spoke facts. He basically is talking about what my definition is of this generation right now. It doesn't matter who, what, how it happened, what's going on, why y'all not like this no more, why y'all not like that no more, why you always in your room, why you lonely, da-da-da. He spoke this facts. I felt like I said this word for word. This is something I go about. Like, he really spoke facts. So when y'all listen to it, even if you gotta rewind it back a little bit, just close your eyes and just listen to what he's saying. Listen to the words that he's speaking, because it's the truth. So with that being said, please like, comment, subscribe, tell people, turn that bell notifications on. If y'all saw my recent video before this one, it was M Talk episode 3 where I was talking about DL controversy. Make sure you like that, comment it up. You know, if y'all want me to do different stuff, y'all can say stuff. I know this ain't been the best YouTube channel, but I'm trying to make it happen. I'm trying to get different people in here that are my friends, or, you know, different people to make it freshen up. You know, I'm gonna try to do different scenery. Like right now, I'm just trying to get content rolling in that's trending, or content that's relatable, you know, stuff like that. My next video is going to be the segment that I told y'all in the previous video. It's going to be a new segment, and it's going to start on Saturday. I'm going to do that every week, so that way if I don't post an M Talk episode or post any content, that will be there every Saturday. Unless something happens, I have to let y'all know. Every Saturday it'll be there, so it'll be something y'all can watch, you know, if y'all choose to. And besides that, the next video I'll probably do after this whole segment every week thing is probably another M Talk episode, and I'll probably bring Amani back in there. I'll probably do the whole Popeyes thing. Well, in the video I did say I remember y'all told her I was trying to be vegetarian. I'm trying, but that's a whole nother story. I might do a whole nother video about that another day. But besides the new segment video that's gonna be every Saturday, the video after that, I'm gonna try to get her in here so we can, you know, either try to pop a sandwich if I choose to with the whole vegetarian thing, or like definitely talk about double standards, how we talked about in that video. If you watched it, because I know it was long, I should have probably edited a bunch of stuff out, but I didn't, because I was just like, a lot of stuff we were saying was really true. But I'm gonna start making sure my videos in a certain time limit. If they end up being long, then, you know, depending on if it's really good, because I mean that video was good to me, but it feels like really, really good to be over like 30-40 minutes. So with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell people, turn that bell notifications on. And me and M4 is out.
When you separate yourself from friends, loved ones, family, and acquaintances in order to pursue greater for yourself, it's going to seem like those people that teamed up against you, but they're not. They're just miserable. And misery loves company. So they're miserable because they see where you're going, and they're not a part of where you're going. It ain't where you start, it's where you end up, baby. So don't even let yourself think like that, because you know who you are. You don't need validation from others to make you feel like somebody, because you know where you're going.